Hello all and welcome, and I am the realist philosopher, and this is Stupid Shit People Say, number 2. So how y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing good, fine, and well. So for those of you who know me, you know that I make a twice-a-week podcast. Well, in addition to that, I'm also going to have started, obviously, since this is number 2, making once, maybe twice a week, depending on how I feel, podcast, shorter than the regular one I usually make, which is social and political commentary. And in this shorter one, I'm essentially, well, I already said it. I'm going to address stupid shit people say. So essentially, I'm going to troll through my Twitter and Facebook feed and identify the dumbest, most nonsensical things that people say and give my 2 cents on it. So hopefully you'll find that entertaining. And if not, well, hey, nobody's forcing you to listen. All right, so let's get right to it, shall we? Okay, so here is stupid things some idiot said, number 1. I don't really need to number them, I guess. There's going to be so many. What's the point? Now listen to this. Does the inability of science to discover God invalidate the existence of God? Invalidate the existence. Oh, boy. First of all, I don't think science is actively looking for God because you really couldn't prove a God, right? All you could do is look at evidence and let your personal biases lead you down a certain track that you believe the evidence would infer God, right? But there's no evidence for God, okay? I mean, that's like saying, does science's inability to discover Bigfoot invalidate the existence of Bigfoot? Right, so you look for evidence, right? You look for evidence. Is there evidence for something? Is there not evidence? Is there reason to believe that something exists, or is there not? You follow the evidence. You let the evidence be your guide. Is there evidence for God? No. Is there any good reason to seriously investigate the existence of a God? No. And by the way, we've been looking at the universe and the makeup of the cosmos for quite some time now, and we've seen no evidence. How would you go about, I don't understand this, how exactly would you go about specifically looking for a God anyway? What is he playing, hide and seek? Yeah, he is actually, apparently, if such a God does exist. He's playing hide and seek pretty fucking good, because I haven't seen any evidence of him yet. Same goes for Bigfoot. Show me some evidence of Bigfoot, okay? Show me some kind of evidence instead of anecdotes where some dude walking around the woods saw some big fucking ape that's probably some guy who spends his weekends walking around in the woods dressed up in a fucking monkey suit, okay? Because that's his hobby, right? There was one guy who would walk around the woods. For like 30 years, he would put on, I don't know why. It was like his hobby. The guy would put on these big, giant wooden feet that were like size 36, and he would just walk around the woods and leave footprints. People asked him, why'd you do that? After 30 years, you made a lot of people think there's a Bigfoot. He's like, well, you know, I'm bored. I got nothing else to do. Okay. And what is this discover God, right? Who's looking? I mean, we're looking all over the place. You would think that all the studying that we do of the universe, of the cosmos, of the earth, that we would have found something if he existed, right? I mean, this ain't like where's fucking Waldo, okay? Because eventually you're going to find Waldo, right? Just looking through other shit, okay? And by process of elimination, Waldo's going to pop up, okay? I ain't seen a God yet. I'm going to move on. This is so stupid. Okay, here's another dumb one. Listen to this. That's a question, a dumb question. Is it possible that existence is our exile and nothingness our home? What? This is just like rampant speculation, just totally rampant, random. Is it possible that we're all really unicorns, but our horns are invisible and we're running around on all fours, but we don't perceive our front legs, and we don't realize that we're running around on all fours, even though we do, right? They're spectral legs, right? And if we were in the 4th dimension or the 7th dimension, we would see those spectral legs, right? And they would be real, and we would be aware that we were running around on all fours and had a fucking horn on our heads, and that we were unicorns. What is this bullshit? Stupid. This is what I'm talking about. People who think that they're being philosophical when they wax on about what they think is profound nonsense. It's just nonsense. It's nothing profound. It's just stupid bullshit. You're wasting your fucking time in your life with this kind of retarded bullshit. Moving on. Too many people, most people study philosophy. This is the kind of shit they think about and ponder. Total nonsense. No wonder people think that philosophy is useless. The way it's employed today, it is. Okay. Now, those of you who know me know how much I hate absolutism. Such bullshit, the way people fall for this stuff. Okay, so we got a picture here of Barry Obama. It was like in his mid to late teens. He's got some heavy sack on his back. Yeah, I'm sure he had some hard life, my ass. And, I don't know, he's in the picture with some old black lady, all right? And then to the right of him is a picture with him and his fake kids, who he adopted from somebody else, and his he-she wife, whatever. A domestic partner. And the caption reads, "Every successful person has a painful story. Every painful story has a successful ending." So this is bullshit, right? I mean, it's total nonsense. This is just to give people out there hope who are having difficult lives, right? That is like back in the Middle Ages, how, religion was pushed on people because their lives were such hellish existences, right? That at least there's this promise of some great escape. So be a good little boy and girl, so you'll get that promised heaven when you die, because you're never going to get any kind of pleasure or break from the dismal hardship that is your life in this life, right? Yeah, so every successful person has a painful story. That's not true. There's plenty of people out there who are successful who really haven't experienced very much hardship in their life. That's just the nature of reality. And every painful story has a successful ending. That's not true either. I mean, unless you count death success, right? And you believe religiously in some kind of religion that advocates for an afterlife. And you're going to go to heaven. I lived a good life. I died and didn't achieve anything in this life, but I get to go to heaven. So that's a successful ending. Well, I guess you believe that. Whether or not it's true or not is another matter. What nonsense, right? This is total nonsense. Okay, so reality is situational in many instances, okay? When we're talking about things like this, it's all about specifics. Everyone's life is different. Some people, have painful stories and become successful. Some people have painful stories and they just become homeless bum losers, right? And some people have great stories and become homeless bum losers. And some people have no pain really in their life, never get any illnesses, never get cancer, never have any real hardship. They marry the freaking prom queen and they grow old together with her and they never have any real difficulty in their life. These things happen. All right, moving on. Oh, here's a dumb statement, of course, from a woman. "Science's biggest failure is not being able to prove the existence of God." You ain't proving it either, sweetheart. I love it. So science is bad because it hasn't proven God, Bigfoot, and the Loch Ness Monster, which I'm sure she believes in all of them, right? This is so stupid. This is so stupid. I would label this an all-or-nothing logical fallacy, like, if science can't do this, it can't do anything. Biggest failure. God is a proposition that can't be tested for. Because God, as he, she, it, whatever is defined, is something that exists outside our universe, all right? Potentially outside the cosmos, is not a part of it, is timeless, is eternal. So how do you test something like that? Oh, it can't be tested. Well, if it can't be tested, then how is science failing in regards to finding it when science can only test stuff, right? Jesus Christ. So science is bad and doesn't work because it hasn't been able to find God yet. I found God. How'd you find God? I had a vision. Uh-huh. So, anecdotal account of a totally subjective experience. It was probably you getting high on mushrooms or, sucking too many fumes from the tailpipe of your car, because you were dumb enough to have the fucking door closed to your garage while you were starting the car up. And you sat there for 5 minutes and you got a big whiff of whatever's coming out of the tailpipe and you had a vision of God and you attributed that to some kind of God existing instead of what it really was, which was just the fumes from the tailpipe of your freaking car. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, this is so dumb. This is like anti-logic, right? Well, fire doesn't work because you didn't burn that thing there. That's safe. Uh-huh. So it burnt the fucking house down, but it didn't burn the safe. By this way, the safe was made to resist and, be fire retardant, fire resistant. Kind of like the idea of God is created, made, thought up to be totally impervious to any kind of investigation, right? So science, like fire, doesn't work because it didn't work on that thing. Brilliant logic. Moving on. Okay, next stupid thing somebody said. Science is what you know. Philosophy is what you don't know. Wrong. Moron. This was a woman, of course, who said this. It seems like the majority of these come from Wayman. Philosophy and science are in many ways the same thing. Both seek truth, okay? Philosophy is nothing more than a tool of the mind to better understand reality, all right? Nothing more. Okay, here's a real dumb one. Somebody asking a stupid question. I'm assuming they have a very low IQ. Is the Bermuda Triangle a micro black hole on Earth? Oh, boy. Micro, pal. The terminology. I mean, black holes generally are micro, okay? Lots and lots of mass packed into a very small area, okay? Warping space-time. If there was a black hole, okay, on Earth, in the Earth, I mean, the Earth would get sucked into it, okay? The Earth would just be, pulverized and smashed and sucked in, and all the matter would be just crunched down into little microscopic bits, okay? Bermuda Triangle, micro black hole. Do you know what a black hole is, pal? Something is close. If there was a fucking black hole in the Earth, it would be on the Earth. The Earth would be so close, the Earth wouldn't be able to escape it, and all the matter would get sucked in along with us. Pinhead. Next. Okay, here's another dumb comment. Listen to this. If 1,000 equally qualified job candidates pray to the same God for the same job, who will get the job? Okay. So, there's no such thing. I mean, 1,000 equally qualified job candidates, that's impossible, right? That's impossible because everybody's going to be different, right? Everyone's different. So whether or not they all went to school for the same amount of time, studied the same subject, and they've all worked the same exact type of jobs, or they all had the same exact career beforehand, worked the same amount of years, hours, days, whatever, in that job. They're all exact on paper, down to the most minute detail. They're still going to be different. Some are going to have more conscientiousness. Some are going to be better at handling stress, life difficulties. Some are going to be better under pressure. So to say that they're all equally qualified, right, that's a misnomer. There's no such thing as 1,000 equally qualified people. Someone's always going to have some kind of skill or character trait that puts them over the top, and at the same time, some other person who might seem equally qualified is going to have some kind of deficit. So you got to get this out of your head that people are equal, right? You're not going to even have two people who are equally qualified, okay? One person is going to have some kind of trait, ability, skill, something that puts them over the top. The question is, do you have the ability to spot these traits, these skills, these abilities, that thing that makes them better qualified, even though on paper they both seem equally qualified? All right, anyhow, let's move on. Oh boy. More religious propaganda nonsense. Listen to this. So this is a meme, black and white meme, and it's just, a bunch of text, nothing else. So, when God has selected you, okay, so how do I know God selected me? Right? How do you identify if you have been selected by God? Is it just a subjective feeling? So it goes on to say, it doesn't matter who else has rejected and neglected you. Well, I already believe that. Fuck those people. Somebody rejected and neglected me. I mean, unless it was for a reason that has something to do with character flaws or traits that I possess, which are, unwanted or undesirable. Maybe somebody rejected me or neglected me because there was something about me that wasn't so good, and maybe I should look more closely at myself to fix those things that need to be fixed, okay? But, the one thing I wouldn't do if someone rejects or neglects me is turn to an imaginary man to make me feel better. No matter how bad a person I am, God will always love me. Yeah, that's a surefire way never to change, right? I mean, let's say, for example, you're a horrible person, right? You're horrible, evil person, right? People are rejecting you left and right because you got so many things wrong with you. What stops you from changing? Why, this belief that there's a God out there that loves me no matter what, so I can continue to be a cocksucking motherfucking dickhead regardless of what people are saying about me or how they feel. Yeah, great. Yeah. So God is a crutch, right? It's a crutch that keeps you from growing, keeps you from changing. Lovely. So it goes on to say, God's favor outweighs all opposition. Really? I got a big fucking concrete wall in front of me. You gonna knock it down so I don't have to go around it? I'm a immigrant at the illegal alien trying to get into America, and there's a big fucking wall. And well, I wish there was a big fucking wall. Okay, there's a pretty pathetic fence, but maybe there's razor wire at the top. Is God gonna come and knock it down for me? Is he gonna outweigh the opposition of this fucking fence and knock it down? No. I got to climb it myself. Is he going to help? By the way, God's favor, what does that mean? How do I know if I have God's favor? Is it just a feeling? Is it just a feeling? Like if I believe in God, I automatically have his favor? Like if I believe in spite of the fact that there's no evidence, is God going to favor me? Even if I'm a horrible, evil person? What if I'm horrible, evil, I kill a bunch of people just because, it's fun for me, and then I like to eat them too, so then I eat them as well because I'm a really fucked up person. But at the end, I find Jesus, and I repent. Will I then have God's favor? Well, if I go by the Christian religion, yes. But anyway, so it goes on to say, so God's favor outweighs all opposition, and you're a winner. That's great. That's great. And of course, you can only be a winner if you believe in God, right? And credit him for all your success. Lovely. What a bunch of dumb shit, right? I credit myself with my success, okay? There's no imaginary man out there pulling fucking strings in my life and designing my destiny. Nothing's predetermined, okay? It's me. Or you could say things are predetermined in a sense that my prior good or bad actions have something to do with where I end up in life, right? But there's no man in the fucking sky or in some other fucking universe, right? Or in some other fucking dimension or outside of existence, outside of time, immaterial, incorporeal, who's somehow manipulating the circumstances, outcomes in my life. No, that's me. I'm my own fucking God in that sense. What a bunch of bullshit. Free yourself from this bullshit, people, okay? Religion is cancer, okay? Just like feminism, all right? They're both religions, though, so, yeah. All right, moving on. Okay, next. Dumb question. Is extra sensual perception a legitimate phenomenon? This is weird. I'm going to assume this person's first language is not English, but they managed to spell phenomenon right, but they said extra sensual, not sensory, which is, I assume, what they're trying to say, right? Of course, in both instances, the answer is no, right? But I can't believe people still believe in this shit, like psychic abilities and such. I remember when I was a kid, my mother believed in this shit. She wasn't too bright, though. Just goes to show you something good can still come from crap, right? You never know when you take two things and mix them together what might come out. You might get something great, brilliant, awesome, even if the contributing compounds, elements, whatever, are crap for the purpose you're putting them to. But anyway, she believed in this nonsense, right? Psychic abilities and shit. I remember once we went to see some psychic, right? We didn't have anything to do with it, but we sat in the other room while she had a reading with this broad. I think it was the tarot cards. I can't believe anybody believes this stuff. Jesus Christ. You're shuffling some fucking cards. You're slapping a card down on the fucking table. Oh, it's the devil card. It's the death card. And this has some kind of specific meaning, right? Right. And supposedly the card itself is just used as a focal point to interpret the psychic images, feelings, impressions you're getting. It's bullshit. It's total bullshit, right? No. There's no such thing as extra sensory perception, okay? James Randi and the James Randi Foundation for years have been debunking this shit. The guy he's offering $1 million to anybody that can conclusively prove extra sensory perception, right? And he's just got a few short, small tests, right, that have to be met. And if you pass these tests and the other scientific tests, right, to prove something is actually real and a true phenomenon, then if you pass them, you get the money, right? To date, nobody has. Of course not, because it's bullshit. Okay, this is funny. There's not too much to talk about here, but it's amusing. Some tweet from a woman. I'm going to say her name, although normally I wouldn't, but she probably deserves some shame. So Carly Clark, C-A-R-L-Y, Clark. I'm not sorry. The next female that tries to whip her boob out to breastfeed in front of me or my kids will get a black eye. Move that baby because I'll punch the baby too. That's hilarious. Woo! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And she's got kids, by the way. Wow. Oh boy. What sucker married this broad, right? This is clearly a feminist, right? Clearly a feminist. Don't do that breastfeeding shit in front of me. Don't tell me breastfeeding's natural. That's a gender stereotype. I gave my little boys milk from the cow. They're not stupid. Hey, Bobby, stop chewing on that fucking cardboard and get over here. Yeah. You gave your kids fucking cow milk, which reduced their fucking IQ by 10, 15 points. They'll be mouth breathers for the rest of their lives. What do you care, honey? What the fuck do you care, right? You've got your nice little feminist ideology / religion to keep you warm, right? To keep you feeling safe and comfortable and superior to everybody else. So superior, you can punch fucking babies. Wow. Just wow. This is what feminism does to women. Like, I mean, even if they have kids and they somehow find some guy that'll actually put up with their bullshit, which we don't know is the case, by the way. She could be a single mother, which is probably the case. They're still miserable. They're still fucking miserable. They get what should make women happy, and they can't even be happy with that. I mean, this woman wants to punch babies. She literally wants to fucking punch babies. Come on, okay? I can't condone that. I'm sorry. Okay, so now I just want to talk about something stupid somebody's doing. So I got a picture here of some broad with a bag on her head filled with cornflakes, and the cornflakes are around her head. And then she pours some milk in, and she's eating the cornflakes with the milk. Of course, she can't breathe. She's suffocating within the bag. And I guess the whole point is, to eat enough of the milk and the cornflakes to not die and drown. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Why do people do stupid shit like this? I mean, there's some people just so starved for attention that they'll literally do anything, including risk their life. What the fuck? What is it with you people out there these days? I want to ask that question, huh? Is attention so important to you? Do you have, no conception of who you are at all outside of social media, Facebook and Twitter and all this shit? If you don't get recognition on these platforms, do you just die a little inside? Do you really need that much attention to feel like you're worthy or you have worth or value? Oh, my God. And no, young people did not do stupid shit like this when I was a kid, nor did they do other dumb shit. Like, what was that a while back? That ice bucket challenge? I think some people died or something from that. Like, there's something about if you suddenly immerse yourself in freezing water, it could, cause your heart to stop or something. Didn't some people fucking die from that? Like some people with heart issues? God. You people are literally willing to die to get some fucking attention. Good God. I think it must be these parents, right? They don't get enough attention from their fucking parents, these kids growing up these days, because a lot of this dumb shit is being done by young people. I think their parents are just so busy, right? You don't have a stay-at-home mom anymore, so you don't even have one parent who's giving you undivided attention when you're young from age 0 to age 5, right? Although technically you're not age 0. I mean, you really start aging and progressing and growing in the womb, so... But anyway, when you're from the age of being born to age 5 or 6, during that time, personality gets is largely developed during that period. I guess that kids these days aren't spending enough time with their parents. They don't get enough attention. They don't get enough love. So they grow up feeling like this want, this need for attention. But I think it must be something more than that. Or maybe I'm just a rare case. That's probably all it is. Because I don't feel this want, this grand need for attention. And I can tell you what, my parents ignored me more than any other parents on the planet, I think. Talk about being neglected. They barely even knew I existed. And I'm not somebody who's in need of a large amount of attention. In fact, I'm not in need of any attention, okay? So I don't get this. I don't get this, you people. Putting bags on your fucking head and pouring milk and fucking frosted flakes in it. And seeing whether or not you can eat enough of the fucking frosted flakes and milk before you fucking suffocate. All right, moving on. But yeah. That's just that. Yeah, there is more to it, I think. There's a lack of meaning in people's lives, right? There's a lack of meaning. They don't know how to find meaning, right? And they don't know who they are. They lack critical thinking, which can be applied to self and understanding self as well. So, yeah, there's a lack of meaning, a lack of self-awareness, lack of self-knowledge. So, yeah, a lot of people get their self-worth because, to have self-worth, you actually have to know yourself. I guess a lot of them get it from the attention they receive from others. So sad. Okay, I mean, in addition to just the stupid stuff people say, I mean, occasionally I'm just going to comment on stupid stuff I see. This is real stupid. So right now I'm looking at an underwater house. This is so crazy. So get this. Somebody built a fucking house underwater. And where there would be walls, there's plexiglass, right? So the house itself has no walls that aren't transparent, right? So you're in bed, you're surrounded by ocean. Fish are swimming around, sharks are swimming around, hell, a fucking great white shark or, whale might just ram into the side of your fucking house. I gotta wonder, how structurally sound is this thing, right? I mean, if a big giant whale or something, that weighs 80, 90 tons, like a blue fucking whale, rams into the side of this house, are you gonna die? Are you gonna fucking drown? This is crazy. The house is completely underwater, and somebody's walking around the house, and they're in the bedroom and the kitchen. There's no walls. Well, there are walls, but they're all fucking plexiglass. That's so bizarre. I mean, I can't imagine the engineering catastrophes that could occur sleeping in this house. I mean, not to mention the fact somebody goes for a swim, some diver, right? And you're banging your wife. They just swim right by and can look into your bedroom. No, thank you. Talk about fucking stupid. Talk about fucking stupid. Move into a normal house, okay? And by the way, talk about a need to escape reality, right? I mean, live in this fucking world, okay? All right? We're not fucking Atlanteans, okay? We're not Aqua fucking Man, all right? Live in the reality that you exist and are made to exist within. You'll be much happier than trying to escape in a fucking underwater house. Fucking retarded nonsense. Yeah, I want to live underwater. I don't fucking think so. Probably get the fucking bends living in this thing. No, you wouldn't. I know you're not exposed to the direct pressure of the water, so you're not going to get the bends. But still, but that's not necessarily all that's required to get the bends, right? I don't know. It's just retarded. Okay, here's the dumb meme, right? Listen to this. Witch. W-I-T-C-H. Okay, by the way, people, witches, witchcraft, there is a very real religion, right? Witchcraft is now called Wicca. Okay, so essentially there's two aspects to Wicca and witchcraft. There's the so-called spiritual or religious side, and then there's the magic side, right? And the majority of religions have this shit. I mean, a Judeo-Christian religion has their magic bullshit, right? Like prayer, for example, is going to bring a change to reality. It's no different than spells, really. People believing that if they just sit there and mumble and pray in their heads to some imaginary guy in the sky, something will change. Something will come about in reality. There will be a change in effect from their prayers. Now, of course, there is a bit of a difference in the regards that many of these witches, Wiccans, whatever, believe that they, through the direct application of their will, can affect change in reality, without begging some kind of imaginary friend to do it for you, right? Although there is that as well, right? There are supposedly demons and spirits and elementals and all this other bullshit that you can pray to supposedly get their favor, right? A bunch of nonsense. So a witch is a person who senses the spirit and magic in all things. What spirit? Prove to me there's such a thing as spirit, by the way, okay? The last time I cut my finger, you know what came out? Red stuff called blood. Is that what you mean by spirit? Because that's about as far as I would go in terms of, defining anything as spirit. I wouldn't even go that far, actually. It's not spirit, it's blood, okay? Yeah, it keeps me alive. It's inside me. I need it to circulate through my system to carry oxygen and nutrient to my tissues and my brain. There's no such thing as spirit. Prove to me spirit exists. And magic. What is that? Show me. Show me magic. Nonsense. Oh, boy. The stupid shit people believe. And, this kind of stuff is just to escape reality, right? Magic, witchcraft, all this nonsense is just a way to feel like you have more power and control over reality than you actually do. A bunch of crap. Oh, this is good. Listen to this. Love is the strongest force in the universe, said some dummy. Uh-huh. Love is a force, is it? Right. Uh-huh. Does it exist objectively? Does it exist independent of people? Is it objective or is it subjective? Uh-huh. Can it manifest an action objectively? Okay, sure. The feeling itself can manifest in objective reality in the form of actions, right? And sentiments and words and such. But is it an objective thing that exists separate from people? No! There's no such thing as love, okay, in any objective way, all right? Stupid. The strongest force in the universe. It's the strongest force, huh? It beats a supernova, does it? It beats a black hole, does it? It beats solar winds. It beats all that shit, right? So I can use love to beat back supernova. Can I? If somebody lets off a nuclear bomb, is it going to protect me? Is love going to keep me safe? Is it going to create an impenetrable shield around me? No. Oh, then I guess it isn't the strongest force in the universe. It isn't a force at all, you idiot. I hate this stupid hippy-dippy bullshit. Love is the strongest force in the universe. Yeah, okay, you idiot. Okay, here's some more hippy-dippy bullshit. So we got a picture here. It's a video of some animals helping other animals, right? Some dumb animals helping some other dumb animals. And it says, if animals can help each other, why not humans? Okay, so this is fucking stupid. This is so fucking stupid. What do you mean not help each other? Humans help each other all the time. It's in our best interest to a certain extent to help other people who are in need, right? If I see somebody drowning, it's in my best interest to jump in and try to save them if, I believe I can save them, right? And not drown myself, right? Like if it's a little fucking kid, if I'm a good swimmer and a little kid fell in and can't swim, but it's not like a situation where I would die. Like if the kid was in quicksand or something and I just jumped in with no rope or anything, then sure, that's good because then when I'm in need, people are more likely to help me, right? So that's good for me. I know what this person is. I know what this person is talking about. Humans don't help each other. We help each other all the time. In fact, we help each other too much. The problem isn't that we don't help each other enough. The problem is that there's too many bleeding heart liberal pinheads out there that want to help everybody in need, so much so that they're helping people that don't need help. And in fact, the one thing they do need, the most help they need, is to be left alone to suffer the consequences of their fucking actions, okay? So they learn something important in how to take care of themselves. And you don't enable them because it feels good for you like a heroin fix. So the problem isn't that we don't help enough. We help way, way too much. Pinhead. Oh boy, here's another dumb statement, question, whatever, by somebody. All right, so this guy is asking, why do we fear whenever we try something new? Hey, Faye. Well, because we don't know what's going to happen, right? I mean, the unknown could be a danger. It's part of our biology, part of our evolution that we're always somewhat scared, trepidatious, entering unknown territory. For example, eating something we've never eaten before. We don't know what it is. Maybe it's poison. Maybe it could be toxic. Maybe it'll just taste really, really bad. Maybe it'll taste like shit, which is something to fear. For one thing, if it tastes like shit, it might actually be shit. And, you don't want to eat shit. You could get real sick. Not to mention just how disgusting that is, right? You don't want that memory in your head forever, okay? So there's a lot of reasons to fear the unknown, okay? In the past, the unknown killed us. And the unknown, by the way, it still kills us today. So I would say it's pretty wise, to fear that which we don't know. So, very stupid question, pal. Next. Okay, so here's another dumb meme. So we don't always have to agree with one another, but it's important that we learn to respect each other. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree. I think I'm going to have to not so respectfully disagree, in fact, because your comment is fucking stupid and not worthy of my respect. All right, no, I do not respect you just because you're living and you're breathing, okay? All right, you have to actually do something to earn my respect. This is the problem with today's world, okay? Everybody wants the unearned, right? Respect me, love me, give me free shit because I breathe. Therefore, I deserve free shit. I'm entitled. I have a right to free stuff. I have a right to food and shelter, even if I don't do anything. I shouldn't have to do anything to earn anything, right? Yeah, I shouldn't have to earn respect. I'm alive, baby. You should just respect me automatically. But of course, I don't respect you if you're a white man, of course. Yeah, right. I should respect you. Of course, this is about Wayman. Generally speaking, of course. Yes, respect the Wayman, because nobody respects Wayman. Waymen are not respected enough. They need to be respected more. Like men are respected. Really? Like men are respected? Men are not respected, okay? It doesn't matter what they do. In fact, the more you do, the more successful you are. The more you do to earn respect in the Western world, the less you actually get. The more people hate you. It seems like the only way you get respect in today's world, in the West, is if you're a loser. If you're a sloth. If you're a lazy schlub. Then you get respect, right? Respect me, because I've done nothing to earn your respect, which automatically guarantees that I should be respected. Interesting. All right, we got another moron making another moronic statement. So he's got a picture of I don't know where some of the people want to get these memes. I mean, it don't even make sense. He got Kermit the Frog drinking some iced tea. Iced tea. I haven't had iced tea in a while. It's good stuff. I need to get some. It's too late. I can't get any iced tea right now. God damn it! Now I'm watching Kermit the Frog drink some fucking iced tea, and now I want some iced tea, and I can't get any iced fucking tea. God damn it! We don't have a 24-hour fucking sip and stop, or whatever the hell they call it. A convenience store. Yeah, we don't have one of those around here. I'm going to have to wait until morning to get an iced tea now. God damn it. Fucking hey. You get a craving for something, a nice fucking tea, and you can't get one. What is this world coming to? Oh, God. Next, you're going to say that I should have respect, even though I did nothing to earn it. So Kermit the Frog here is drinking a fucking glass iced tea, and the text reads, "Some of you all are talking about homeschooling your kids now. With the way y'all spell on here, don't do that to them babies." All right, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, okay? Listen, first of all, kids going to school these days, they don't get any education anyway. Have you seen how dumb these kids are coming out of these schools? They can't do anything. They can't do anything. And now you got a bunch of idiots running around saying the main goal of sending people to school shouldn't be to prepare them for a job. Really? How are they going to produce anything of value that anybody wants to pay for? All right, so that they can pay for their food and their rent and their fucking electric bill and their water bill and their cable bill and their internet bill. There's a whole bunch of fucking bills you got to pay for. All right? Money just doesn't grow on fucking trees. I know socialists seem to believe that money grows on fucking trees, but it doesn't grow on fucking trees. If you create money without creating the requisite wealth to back it up, all you do is create inflation, you morons. You just devalue the fucking currency, idiots. People going to school these days, public schools don't teach kids anything. They're just giant indoctrination centers, which is why, by the way, why they want to criminalize not sending your kid to school, right? They don't want parents to homeschool their kids. In fact, they don't want any man or woman staying home and spending the whole day with that kid up until the age that they're 5 or 6, and their personality is to a large extent developed, and they have a strong sense of self and a strong ability to know who they are, and a strong sense of self-awareness. They don't want that strong familial bonds. They don't want that kind of stable home environment. They want the state to become the mommy. They want the state to become the daddy, right? Yeah, don't homeschool your kids. That's such a bad idea. I don't know. I think if your parents are people that can work and take care of themselves and earn and produce something, they're already one step ahead of a lot of these fucking school teachers out there who have no skills whatsoever and got the job only because it gives them 3 months off in the summer every year. Granted, there are some exceptional teachers out there, but they are the exception, not the rule. I think in most cases, I mean, even if your fucking parent was Forrest Gump, I mean, let's be honest here, Forrest Gump, that's not going to happen. A guy with a 70, 75 IQ isn't going to become a millionaire just through chance and accidents. Okay, that's a movie. So, all right, maybe if your fucking parents are retards, it would be bad for you to homeschool. But other than that, in most cases, it's probably better than what you're getting now through public education. Yeah, let's just pour more money into public education than any country in the world. We've got some of the lowest scores. We get beaten out by third world countries. Cambodia teaches better math and science than America. Vietnam teaches better math and science. China teaches more and better math and science. All these people get better scores in these areas than Americans. And most other Western countries, by the way. It's shocking. You take a South Korean and you show them the American SATs and they're like, what is this? We had tests like this when I was 12. This is nothing. This is so easy. I mean, they're way ahead of the majority of American students, right? So it couldn't be any worse. And it would mean that you have a parent there with that child, spending time with that kid, helping them develop their mind, helping them develop some kind of sense of self-awareness. And they're developing a bond and a strong family relationship, which is what the left wants to destroy. So just for that reason, I say it's good to homeschool kids. Almost all kids. Again, unless your parents are retards, right? All right, moving on. And even then, it might be better. Let's be honest, okay? Oh, boy, this is lovely. So some woman has posted a picture here of a big, gigantic bowl of fruit salad. What's that about, by the way? Why does anybody like fruit salad? This is like that diversity of strength bullshit. Like if you take a bunch of diverse shit and mix it all together and just scoop it into your mouth, that whatever goop you're eating is going to be better. How does anybody eat this shit? I mean, has anybody ever actually looked at this fruit salad stuff? I'm looking at a bowl here full of fucking watermelons, strawberries, grapes, pineapple pieces. It's disgusting. Cherries. Doesn't the cherry take something like 17 years to fucking digest or something? It takes forever. I wouldn't eat that. And this woman is like, I would choose this over candy any day. And she's like 200 pounds. The woman sitting here scooping all this fucking fruit salad into her mouth. I'm so superior to you and your Skittles. You're 100 pounds overweight. But this is your fucking candy, right? Yeah. Okay, moving on. So here's some more dumb shit, right? So often this dumb shit that I see is of a religious nature, or it's labeled, quote-unquote, spiritual, meaning what I call hippy-dippy bullshit. Listen to this. So we got a picture of some dude sitting in the, classical meditation pose, right? Yeah, like I have to get into some kind of special pose to meditate. And by the way, meditation is a very real thing, and it can have very real-world positive effects. But to say that it's somehow some kind of spiritual thing is just bullshit. And so this picture of this guy sitting here, and he's surrounded by, third eyes and a moon that's eclipsing and a bunch of blue colors and blue shit going out of his mouth, which I guess is supposed to be prana or spirit or something. And the text reads, "Don't let people pull you into their storm. Pull them into your peace." What a bunch of bullshit. I hate this kind of crap. Like it's somehow my responsibility to give other people some kind of positive life lessons and experiences. Yeah. And like it's somehow good for me to fuck up and taint my life with some other person's negativity and bullshit. Yeah, if I have peace in my life, guess what? I don't want to pull people into my life whose lives are storms, right? Let me give you an example. I used to have this a junkie sister, right? Half-sister, whatever. It's not worth getting into the details. But anyway, I used to have this junkie sister, okay? And this bitch was just this walking cluster fuck. I mean, she was doing drugs left and right. I mean, there wasn't a drug she hadn't tried, right? Her favorite drug was alcohol, of course, because, that's the cheapest one, right? Because she was such a poor, pathetic loser that she couldn't afford the street drugs that she probably liked the most. So, yeah, she was an alkie, right? She's dead now. And she was just a disaster. The disaster of a human being. And if you spent any time with her, she would just in some way negatively impact your life, right? It's like introducing poison into a healthy organism. Well, what does that do? Well, it kills it. Even in small increments, it can kill you or just lead you to be very, very unhealthy, right? Introducing this toxic influence into your life. Why would I do that? Oh, your life is wonderful and peaceful. You have a responsibility to help others. And that's what this fucking picture, this stupid meme is inferring. I don't have any responsibility to help anybody except myself. And by the way, you pinheads out there who believe in this altruistic bullshit, if everybody took care of them fucking selves and only worried about themselves and took care of who they were and took care of their life and their responsibilities, at least, generally speaking, then we wouldn't have the problems that we have now. We wouldn't have all these fucking people who need all this help. It's the very teaching of this altruistic bullshit that I am my brother's keeper that leads many people to become lazy slobs who think they're 100% entitled to suck off the teat of society, other people's success and productivity, basically. And anyway, she was such a disgusting slob of a human being and so unhealthy that she got pneumonia and died in a coma. You'd think that's for old people. No, she wasn't that old. But she croaked regardless from pneumonia. Yeah, because she lived such a life of extreme drug use and alcoholism, and she was such a horrific clusterfuck. A storm! But I should have brought that storm into my life and done something to bring her peace. Yeah, fuck off. I got my own problems. I don't need to deal with your problems as well. Nor am I obligated in any way, shape, or form to do so. Solve your own problems. Don't look to me to do it. Fucking hippie bullshit. And yeah, there are some people in this world who need help. You got people born with no legs, no arms. They're born with heads, but sometimes the heads are fucked up and the brain that's inside don't work so well. So some people do legitimately need help, right? But if all your digits work, you got all your working parts and your brain works fine. Don't tell me that you can't take care of yourself, all right? The truth of the matter is there's very few people in this world who are so disabled, even though they've got all the requisite parts and the requisite IQ, that they can't take care of themselves, right? There's far too many people running around pretending they can't. And you got far too many people who feel good when they help these people. They feel morally righteous and superior to others when they help other people. Look at me. I'm so righteous and virtuous. I'm helping all these loser people. I'm so great. It's like a fucking drug for these people. Those are the people who really spread misery throughout the world, right? You've got the loser people who want to take advantage of everybody else by pretending they're in some way oppressed or disabled or can't take care of themselves because of some kind of systematic oppression, or there's something wrong with me, or there's something wrong with the system. And then you got these people running around on the other side of the coin who can take care of themselves and are in some way, shape, or form productive to a certain extent. Some of them are very productive, and they get their feels, they get their feelings of virtue and their high from helping these people, which just creates more of those people and spreads misery throughout the world. All right, moving on. Oh boy. Here's another example of exactly the kind of mindset, the altruistic mindset I was just talking about. Listen to this comment. It's a meme. He's got a little smiley face at the end. Yeah. I'm just laying here thinking randomly about how I will save the world. Yeah, because it's your job to save it, right? Hey, pal, you know what it's your job to save? Pal or palette, whoever wrote this bullshit. Yourself, okay? Yourself. Save you. Work on you. You can't save other people. At least those that don't want to be saved. And in the end, it's our job to save ourselves, right? It's our job in the end to take care of ourselves. It's not your job to save the world. If everybody worked on, looked after, became the best person they could be, you wouldn't even need anybody to save anybody else, okay? By and large. Again, there would always be exceptions, but it seems like nowadays that the rule, more often than not, is that you got lots of people that need saving, and then the exception are the few people that can take care of and save themselves. Oh, God. Oh, man, it's so it's so sad the time we're living in, isn't it? Where being a victim is somehow seen as virtuous. Yay. All right, that's enough. I actually don't think I can take any more nonsense. I'm reaching the end of my rope here. People's stupidity is now starting to get to me, so I think it's about time to end this. All right, so anyhow, if you liked, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, well, you'll find the links to my YouTube channel in the description for this podcast. Also, if you enjoy my content, maybe you'd consider supporting me on Patreon, okay? I have 2 Patreon accounts. One is a per month where you just donate whatever amount you want to a month. So $1 a month, $2 a month. And the other is a per piece, and it's for my twice a week podcast. So if you donated $1, that would be like $8 a month, or 50 cents would be like $4 a month. So, if you want to do that, that's an option. I only ever make the 2 podcasts a week in regards to charging patrons who have signed up to support me on a per piece basis. So you have a couple options there. And also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I post regular updates in regards to posting new content. So that's a good way to keep up with whatever content I'm releasing. Also, I'm very active on Facebook, so you follow me there. You'll get to follow along with a lot of the comments that I make and conversations I'm participating in. And that's it. I am the Realist Philosopher, and this has been episode 2 of Stupid Shit People Say, and me replying. I wish you all a good day, and take care.